Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I have with me Anthony Johnson from 21 Studios, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming 21 Convention Patriarch Edition. As you know, I've been on the Redman Group a few times. I've also done interviews with Anthony on 21 Studios, and I have interviewed on Entrepreneurs with Cars. And as I get to know these guys and the positive message that they share for men, I want to expound on that message. I want to be able to support that message. And as part of that relationship, 21 Studios has chosen to sponsor my channel. And as part of that, to help fathers, we are going to be talking about the upcoming 21 convention, the Patriarch Edition. So with that said, Anthony, thanks for coming on today. Thanks for taking the time for this interview today. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about this and what we can expect from it.
Yeah, man, happy to be there, and thanks for having me on your channel. Yeah, so sponsoring you just came to mind. I have sponsors for my own channel, so came to mind looking at your channel, what you have going on. I was happy to do it. I love having you on Redman Group, and I enjoy talking to you about extended family, the fall of it in America on our channel, 21 Studios, a few weeks ago. So the 21 Convention Patriarch Edition is a special one-time event. We might repeat it in the future, but for now, we're going to look at it. We're doing it one time. It's a one-time only event, limited edition. And it's a special 21 convention that's a little bit shorter. So it's a weekend event, easier to get to, easier to get out of. It's a Saturday, Sunday event with a bonus on Monday for Redman Group. We're going to film all day. And it's the world's ultimate event for fathers. So like 21 Convention, that's an event for men of all ages. This is an event for fathers and men who want to be fathers. So it's an exclusive event focused on topics surrounding that, basically. That itself, fatherhood, and then all the topics around it. So masculinity, fatherhood, marriage, divorce, parenting, all these issues surrounding fathers and being a father in America today and in the West, which obviously now is like a feminist, it's quickly becoming a cultural feminist shithole that guys like you and I and 21 Studios and Redman Group are fighting back against. So this is an event for fathers. It's the first time we've ever done that. Primarily with our company, we just do events called the 21 Convention or Under 21 Convention for young men. So it's the first time focusing in on fatherhood real tight, which is normally a set of issues we focus on at the convention anyway, but that's mixed in among, fitness, health, like a lot of really broad stuff. So this is a whole event dedicated to fatherhood and patriarchy and being a man today, being a father today. Grandfathers are welcome as well. And initially I was going to make the event exclusive for fathers, so you had to be a father to attend. But Rich Cooper and Rollo encouraged me to allow young men into it like myself, who are not fathers yet, as far as I know. Haha. All right. So yeah, right. You're welcome to come, whatever age you are over 18, you're welcome to attend. And it's going to be a badass time. But primarily, I think fathers and grandfathers will find it really useful, or even uncles who have like a close relationship with their nephews and nieces. You're more than welcome to come out to the event. We take privacy and security extremely seriously. We hire armed security at the convention for the entire time, armed guards throughout the entire event. All photography. We have a pro film team and a photography team, but any kind of faces from the attendees are blurred out. Even like huge crowd shots, we individually blur out like hundreds of faces for publishing photos. So we can't guarantee, that you're just like anonymous if that's important to you. Press can sneak in, all kinds of sketchy shit, but we take serious efforts for security and photography and, privacy and everything like that. And also the venue itself, I think a lot of your followers and subscribers will appreciate this. The venue that we do all of our events at, the upcoming Patriarch event, last year's event, all the events we do, including the other two this year, the venue itself is private. It's secret. It's only for paid attendees. So if you want to get the venue, you have to buy a ticket for $1,000 or more. So that prevents, riffraff from people finding it online and stuff and trying to find the venue and come fuck up the event. We've never had a protest or anything like that. Never had any problems with the event, but that's in part because we stay ahead of issues like that, which in the manosphere these days, especially with the radical feminism, taking over America and fucking everything up, that's increasingly important. Whereas back in the 2000s, that was kind of less of an issue with the pickup artist stuff we used to be, involved with.
Right.
So yeah,
that makes.
And
go ahead. Okay,
I was going to say, yeah, the company.
Go ahead. It's you.
Yeah. So the company itself, if your followers aren't aware of it, so I started 21 Studios when I was 17 years old, right here in Orlando, Florida, where I'm filming now. We built the first convention in 2007. I began organizing it in 2006 when I was 17. And it's fundamentally a company that creates positive media and events for men, young men, older men, fathers, grandfathers, single men, That's what we focus on. And we publish all the content free to the world eventually too. So our videos are famous on YouTube. They have, some cases, millions of views. And that's what we do. We're here to, I actually started the company to help myself. I was 17, I sucked with girls, and that at that age was frustrating and annoying. So I built the first event to try to improve myself and understand women and understand myself. And the event and company have evolved way beyond that now. We help men of very different goals. Whether you want to go out and bang a bunch of chicks or go MGTOW, like be a father or not be a father, or whatever, whatever your goal is, like we're here to help you be a better man. However you choose to define that yourself and then pursue that path in life, we want to help you do that. And we do a really good job of it. And I really appreciate you having us on as a sponsor.
Yeah, and I appreciate that as well. And I think that the thing that really struck me about the Red Man Group, as well as 21 Studios, and just the conversations I've had with you guys, both on screen, so to speak, and off, is that one of the themes that I talk about on my channel, and one of the themes that I've talked about in my almost 2 years on the internet, is multi-generational mentorship. And I think that that's extremely important. And this is something that is lacking across the Western world. And, you know, like we talked about extended families, you know, when I was on your stream, and, you know, we've talked again, you know, about just how the United States specifically is lacking in fathers. And more importantly, we have a lot of new fathers that are out there that just don't know how to be fathers. You know, they were raised by a single mom, or they were raised without their father for whatever reason. And they don't have older men or more experienced men to go to say, how do I raise my kids? Or, you know, I have this problem with my 6-year-old, or I have this problem with my 8-year-old, and I need to talk to somebody that I respect and trust and, you know, get some advice and helping, you know, be a better parent. And obviously, nobody wants to go to like the Good Cuck Project, because that's a feminist organ to pretend to be men, right? Nobody wants to do. Yeah, nobody wants to do that. So, you know, you want to go to men you can trust. You want to go to masculine men that you can trust. Yeah. And that's the challenge. And more importantly, you want to go to heterosexual masculine men you can trust if you're talking about fatherhood. And, you know, as a father and as a grandfather, these things are very important to me, because there's a lot of men out there who, you know, maybe they don't necessarily need help with parenting, but obviously they want to have a place to go. They want to have a male space that they can go to where they can feel comfortable expressing themselves. And that was when we were talking originally, one of the things that you said, or I should say some of the things that you've said, you know, in this conversation, is that this is a confidential location. This is an area where you hire professional security. It is a private event. It is a confidential event. So people are not going to, or at least you're going to drastically reduce the odds of being witch hunted by people who hate men.
On that note, too, I actually carry a gun myself at the convention, could still carry lawfully in Florida. And so I take security and privacy or safety for myself very seriously, as well as everyone around me. And I encourage all the attendees and speakers and everyone who attends to carry a firearm lawfully, which in Florida is not that hard. So anybody who attends from your channel is more than welcome to carry a concealed firearm if they have a reciprocal license or a Florida license to carry. Well, I fully encourage you to do that.
It's my understanding that the federal courts have recently ruled that states have to reciprocate other states' laws. So if you carry a lawful firearm in your state, you can actually bring that across state lines, and you can do that in Florida. Now, again, I'm not an attorney. Don't take what I say, you know, as legal advice. Check with local law enforcement, check with everybody else, go do an internet search on this. I might end up doing a video on this down the road, but I think that it's important that people need to understand that. And obviously, you know, I've had some people in the past, they kind of balked at the price a little bit, but the reality is I mean, you guys are funding this out of pocket. Professional security.
I built the entire company from scratch with $100 to start with, and it's gone on. I've run the company now myself for 12 years. And 100% of the way it's been fan funded. We do not have any major backers or investors. It's 100% me, the speakers, and the attendees, and the fans. That's it. So it's pretty serious, and it's bootstrapped from the very start when I was very young.
Well, and exactly. And I think that that's important for people to remember, is that this is completely self-funded. It is completely privately funded, and it is funded by the attendees. So, you know, you pay a premium fee to get a premium outcome when it comes to all of this.
Yeah, you cut out for a second. I don't know if that's my internet or yours.
I'm not sure, but we're back. We're fine. It's still recording.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, but again, like I said, this is the joys of live streaming. But again, you know, you pay a premium fee, you get a premium outcome, you get a lot of multi-generational mentorship, you get a lot of fathers across the manosphere who are giving professional advice. And a lot of these professionals, they charge significant fees for the mentorship that they provide in their professional capacities.
I'll say this too, man. We've had over 1,000 attendees now. We have 1,000 alumni attendees, and not one of them ever in 12 years has asked for a refund. That is how fucking badass our event is. It is that good. 1,000 customers, 0 refunds. It is amazing.
Right.
Which sounds, just sounds like, I guess it sounds ridiculous to someone who hasn't attended, but it's like literally, it's the best event in the world for men, and this will be the best event in the world for fathers, 100% guaranteed.
Well, let's say that another way. It's it's 1,000 attendees and 0 requests for refunds, as opposed to you ask for refunds and we're just not going to give them to you. So
no, well, yeah, you're that's actually a more accurate way to say it. No one's ever asked for one. That's what I meant. Like,
I know you have.
It's that fucking good.
Right. Yeah. And I think that, that's important to know.
Yep.
And so, I think that, again, when it comes to this sort of thing, this is extremely important because, again, the other side of this is that when people go to this particular event, it's not just the speakers that are providing the knowledge and the value. It's the attendees when they communicate and they network amongst themselves. Because there's, from what I understand, there's a lot of professionals that go. There's a lot of people from all walks of life, all demographics that go. So, this gives men access to network a little bit privately, confidentially in their personal life to, enrich their life and create relationships while they're there as well.
100%. This is a true male space today. It's one of the best. There are almost no women. Women are not allowed to buy tickets. And as far as women in the room, there's very few. My sister will go, girlfriends go, like a wife goes from the speaker. But other than that, that's basically it. It's all fathers, grandfathers, sons come to the event. It's really, really awesome for that. You're more than welcome to bring your son to the event. But if he does come, you have to be with him the entire time. He's not allowed out of your sight the entire time you're at the event. So what did I want to jump on that with too? So you mentioned the speakers and the attendees providing value. You're actually right on that, 100% for networking and things like that. But what a lot of people don't realize is they watch the videos on 21 Studios, the speeches. Like we had Rollos last night go out, the State of the Manosphere, Godfather address, was fucking badass. But that's actually a very small component, believe it or not, of why people end up attending over and over again and what the main benefits are of attending. The main benefits of what you're getting at the networking. And what I mean specifically is that we do stuff outside the conference room. The speeches are kind of just like a reason to get together. Then we have lunches, breakfast, dinners, we have parties. We're even going to set up it's like an upgrade package if you want to go shooting this year, tactical shooting with a retired Navy SEAL. I just did it with Rich Cooper a couple days ago. There's like a nearby shooting range we're going to go to, an outdoor range, 50-acre ranch. It's fucking awesome. We're going to have workshops going that are free, that are included with your ticket itself, that are going to now help you navigate self-defense things, like literally take care of your home as a father. If there's like a home invasion, all kinds of like really, really cool stuff that we add into the event. And on Monday, we're going to have 4 Red Man Group episodes, Patriarchs, that we film all day on Monday after the convention wraps up on Sunday night. So there's a lot of actually activities that we do outside the speeches that are just kind of famous on YouTube that make the event worth attending. So that's why people attend. The speeches are free. You can wait like a year later to watch the videos. But if you want to attend, if you want to see that stuff live, if you want to meet 300 men and get together for a couple of days like that and network with other men who have similar goals and values to you in life, it's really refreshing too, man. Like America right now, in a lot of ways, is fucked up, right? From feminism and shit,
right?
Communism, all this crap. This is a space where it's not just a male space. It's a space where men share those values and visions with you. That like you want to make a better country and a better life for yourself as a man. And that's hard today. You're in a culture that hates you for being a man, that hates you for being a father, that hates you for being a grandfather, that hates the fact that you recognize 2 biological genders, just basic shit like that, right?
Well, and let's step in here and interject something, or let me step in here and interject something. They also hate us because we're American nationalists, because we value our American heritage, regardless of the color of our skin or where in the country we come from. And I think that thing is extremely important. So
we have international men. We have Canadians come in. We have people from Europe, people from Australia. We have all kinds of men from all the world will attend this. But it's primarily America and Canada. But I will say that no matter where they come from, they share that vision of nationalism for their own country. They love their country. Whether it's make America great again or make Canada great again. These kind of themes, they're not things we focus on like very strongly at the event in terms of content, but they're throughout the entire audience. Like it's people are on the same page. And if you're not, that's not like the end of the world. Like that's 80% of the audience. But if you're not, we're not going to clobber you and dictate how you think. Like we welcome
Right.
divergent opinions. We welcome actual debate. Just like with you and Rollo. You and Rollo are not on the exact same page on every topic in the manosphere, right?
Right.
But nobody cares because we want to see you guys talk and hash that out. That's fucking awesome.
Well,
It's like
and I think,
rational debate, right?
yeah, and I think that the idea of civil disagreement is a lost art when it comes to a lot of men. And so there have to be
Absolutely.
more men, myself included, that have to be seen having civil disagreement on issues without being children and without, spurging out and saying, oh, I can't be friends with you anymore because I disagree on this issue. I mean, I think that one of the advantages is, when it comes to Red Man Group is, there's a lot of people who disagree with MGTOW philosophy. And I know you have a couple people on the group who've actually made videos that have been critical of MGTOW.
Mhm.
And one of those people I streamed with. But you know what? We knew where our disagreements lie. We understood that, and we were still civil, respectful, and considerate. And that's the thing is like, you don't have to focus on the childishness of where things are. And when you want to disagree, we respect each other as men to understand that we will disagree on the issues. And one of the things that I've always liked about Red Man Group is that I don't disagree with you on everything, but because I agree with you on more than 50% of things, I can support you. And I think based on our conversations and conversations I've had with other people involved in Red Man and 21 Studios and everything else, that the same holds true for me.
Yeah, I'll say too. I think what we share some of the similarities between MGTOW, especially as you're advocating for it, and then Red Pill and 21 and all Red Man Group and all that. We're focused on the truth, and I think that's why things stay civil. Like that's actually genuine and deep. It's a deep origin point for both parties when we're just talking about things or whatever, disagreeing or whatever, or even agreeing. The focus is like what's real and what's true.
Right.
That's I really think that's why we get along so well. Like I really don't care that we disagree on this specific issues. I care about what's true, and I'm willing to change my mind if I'm proved wrong, 100%. And I can vouch that the Red Man Group and 21 speakers at our conference are very much on the same page. The truth is important, reality is important, what's real is important.
Right. Well, and that brings me to one final question that I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
A lot of people level a lot of criticism toward individuals who use adult dolls for gratification.
Oh yeah.
What are real briefly without going into too much detail, and obviously I'm going to request you to censor a little bit just so I can try to monetize this video maybe.
Oh, cursing? Yeah, I curse a lot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not worried about the cursing. I'm more worried about the certain phrases and statements associated with dolls used for adult gratification. Sometimes trigger the auto censor. So give me kind of your thoughts and kind of what you think Red Man Group's thoughts might be on this sort of thing in general.
So I can only speak on behalf of myself with 100% certainty, but I'll talk like a little bit on behalf of RMG and 21. I could tell you on a personal level, I could give a fuck less if a dude fucks a doll. It doesn't matter to me, but that's specific to absent, in the case where it's absent a relationship or like a marriage to a doll or something like that. That's like way not normal, I think. But the doll stuff, dude, I could care less, like honestly. And I think RMG and the 21 speakers, for the most part, are on the same page. Like what you do with your personal time, your personal life, to the extent you're not violating someone's rights, I fucking don't care.
Well, and obviously, women have had toys for generations, so this is kind of the same sort of thing.
Totally. Dude, I use toys too, man. I use toys on first dates with chicks, man. I could give a fuck less. They work. Chicks love them, man. Women get wet. When you have the balls to be like an attractive dude and then whip that out on a first date, chicks are like, they salivate. They're like because they've never seen that. They're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, let's go.
Well, you actually have to start with being an attractive dude, though. So, I mean, so that makes you twice as brave. I'm just messing with you now.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. But no, I think it's the women using toys over, decades is a really good point, too. It's like, it's just hypocrisy. So I have no problem with it. I think most of RMG, if not all of them, don't care. It's just the relationship element that's like psychologically dangerous and unusual and kind of worrisome.
Right.
So Dr. Sean T. Smith talked about that with us in private, and he was concerned as well with TFM with that stuff.
Well, and I would say this too. The reason I bring it up, and I think it's important to kind of, at least for on a very light note, to talk about this in relation to patriarchs, is that sometimes there are marriages where basically they call it bed death, and I know that my sponsor has exactly. And my sponsor has said that he's actually had couples pick one up to kind of help keep things going in the bedroom. To you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, they don't have pole starters or anything, but you got to jump start it somehow.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, I just joke with the girls off Tinder that I just fuck dolls with heartbeats. So
right. Well, I mean, sometimes unfortunately, their personalities don't go beyond that. So
yeah, I know. It's dude, the dating marketplace, sexual marketplace today is fucked up in the West in 10 different ways. So
right.
Yeah, whatever. Do what you got to do, man. I really don't give a shit. I'm here to you make life, you live life you want to live, man. As long as you respect my rights and the people around you.
Right on. Well, and again, I do appreciate the sponsorship, and I do kind of appreciate you coming out and making some statements that are I think are strong. I also appreciate Red Man Group and 21 Studios' desire and the actions that they're taking to support men, to support the manosphere, and to bring back traditional patriarchal masculinity. And I'm talking about the actual definition, not the redefined version.
Let me just be clear. We're rebuilding patriarchy with this event. This is the beginning. So from there, we will make women great again in 2020. That's going to be epic. So we have all kinds of fun shit we do, and we will not be stopped. I've done this for 12 years, and I will keep on going, keep on trucking, and we'll keep on winning.
Nice.
And with your help, that'll help out, man, big time.
Right. Well, and again, it's a mutual relationship, and as long as both of us are taking care of one another, I think that's what makes it work. Now, let me ask you this: on the dollars and cents side, so that my viewers understand. Now, there was an early discount to pick up tickets to the event prior, like you had an early purchase option. Talk to me a little bit about that, and then talk to me about what the normal price is going to be.
Sure. So the full retail price of the tickets is $19.99, so $2,000. But when tickets launch tomorrow, January 31st, not sure when you're going to launch this video, but tickets go out to the Patriarch event on the 31st, and they're going to be half off, so they'll be $9.99, just under $1,000. And on top of that, the entire ticket. So after like a few weeks, the early bird price will end, so they need to jump on that. But the price will then bump to somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000. But the entire time tickets are on sale until we sell out. The event is capped at 500 men. It looks like we're going to sell out. We'll see how that goes, but we're going to completely run out of tickets. We had a huge speaker sign on the other day.
Nice.
But I will say that the entire time tickets are on sale. If you are active or retired, military or law enforcement, you can get 25% off your ticket, no questions asked, other than you got to prove that you were in the military or in the military now or law enforcement. So if you have that, you can get 25% off the ticket on top of that. And that includes during the early bird sale. So if you're active military right now or something, you can get in for $750 to the entire event. That includes, by the way, all the bonuses. So we do like a dinner, for example, that's included with your meal, all that stuff. There's like a meet and greet. We're going to have like a party. You're going to get full access to the Red Man group on Monday after the event. You're also going to get free access, like a membership for probably about 1 year. We usually give out like a 1 year pass to all the attendees on the main events. To 21 University. That's where you can watch all the videos from the event in high quality before they hit YouTube, like way before, like 6 months before they hit YouTube for free. They're on 21 University with no ads. It's like our little Netflix we built.
Nice.
Netflix.
Now, are you guys going to have a ball pit?
A ball pit. I'm not sure what that is. We're going to breathe through our balls, though.
There you go. There you go. That's actually, it was a jab. There was like some fake event that happened. There was a couple of them that happened. I think one was like a red pill event, and it was just it was a complete shit show. And like their big selling factor was like they had a ball pit. So I was kind of a jab.
Our events are like super awesome, man, and they're really nice venues. We use them at. We do them at. All the security, everything's super pro. The experience of attending is like top notch, even in the event industry. We have speakers come who speak at all kinds of huge conferences for business, entrepreneurship, all kinds of stuff, right? Our event is a league above even those. Like, we're really good at what we do, and we do it exclusively for men, and we kick ass at it. I think most or all the attendees who come from your channel, they'll find it to be one of, if not the best events they've ever attended in their life in terms of like a conference, like a weekend kind of event.
Right.
It's that fucking good.
Awesome.
So, and so I was getting at too, the ticket is inclusive. So I try not to upsell much of anything. I want to build, like, that's kind of what the ticket price is the way it is because I want to build in all the badass stuff into the ticket. So you're not nickel and dime for like every little fucking lunch and all that bullshit. I don't like that. I like it by keeping it simple and pure and fucking awesome.
Well, that's the thing about men is it, masculine men are direct. So it's like, here's your price. This is everything that it covers. You move on with your day. Yep. And I noticed that, like, I've been to other conventions in the past where, again, you pay a premium price for it, but then they upsell the shit out of you for everything. They nickel and dime you for everything. And it's like,
I fucking hate that.
Right. Exactly.
I take the Steve Jobs kind of philosophy. I want to build the best product and service and experience I can, and not piecemeal you with like the wires and shit, or in this case, dinners and whatnot. So there are some upgrades. Like you can get front row seating. We'll probably have like the gun thing, like a tactical training thing after the event. That'll be after the whole convention's done. But other than a few small things like that, we try to build as much stuff into the ticket as we can. And it's like you basically just buy the ticket and you can have like a full experience. You're not it's not piecemeal, tapped out. It's good. Very good.
Well, I appreciate the sponsorship. And just so everybody who's watching this knows, I will have a affiliate link to go ahead and purchase tickets at the discounted rate that will be attached to the description of this video, and will be attached to the description of the rest of my videos until the event happens. And this will be a temporary sponsorship from now until the event happens. So
let me drop this too. We I bought like a couple dozen copies of your book, at the last event we had in Orlando, the 2018 event, and I want to buy a few hundred more for the upcoming event. And if you can sign them, we can figure out how to do that. I'd love to have signed copies of this for the attendees to buy, or even maybe we'll drop some in the gift bags and stuff. We'll figure it out how to do it, but I'm totally down for that. Your book's great, man.
I appreciate
it.
It'll
be a big part of the event.
And I was honestly, I've been pretty surprised about the success of the book, because the majority of the time it's been out. I mean, it's coming up. It'll be out 2 years in May. And the majority of the time it's been out, it's either been, number one on the bestseller list that it's on Amazon, or it's been within, the top 10, top 20 type of thing in multiple categories. Yeah. So the book is it's really gone viral in that regard. And I was actually really surprised, because honestly, I just thought I was just going to kind of be ranting in my corner of the manosphere and that nobody would be paying attention. Yeah. But I mean, I've had authors use my book in their bibliographies as their source material. I've had college students contact me to let me know that they've used it as a source for college papers they've written. People have made videos. I
used it as a source for my keynote address, man, at the entire convention at the 2018 event. It was a big part of what I did.
Yeah, and that's my point. I think, the fact that it resonated so well is great. This next book that I'm working on is a little bit slower to come out, just because I've been so busy in a variety of other areas. But yeah, definitely I'll be continuing to write more books. And with that said, I wanted to, again, thank you for your sponsorship. Thank you for the support, and thank you for everything you do to help men to become masculine and to bring back multi-generational mentorship with men.
Yeah, happy to do it, man. I appreciate the opportunity to sponsor your channel. Big time.
Right on. Thanks again. And with that, everybody, you guys have a great day.